It's Zebra. Emma here. So I've got a bit of a different story for you today. It's a story about building a house, and you might think it's a story that you know well, but it's actually quite different. And it's called The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. That's not the one we've read before, is it? Let's see what happens. Once upon a time, there were three cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. The first was black, the second was grey, and the third was white. One day the mother called to the three little wolves round her and said, "My children, it is time for you to go out into the world. Go and build a house for yourselves, but beware of the big bad pig." "Don't worry, mother, we will watch out for him," said the three little wolves, and they set off. There they are with their mother. Soon they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Please will you give us some of your bricks?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots and lots of bricks. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. There they are, busy building their house of bricks. The very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the little wolves had built. The three little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. There he is, the big bad pig, watching them playing in their garden. He does look big and bad, doesn't he? The pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. The house of bricks is strong. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his sledgehammer and he knocked the house down. The three little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled, and they were very frightened indeed. Phew, they're safe. Naughty pig. He's knocked it down with a hammer. "We shall have to build a stronger house," they said. Just then they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. "Please will you give us some of your concrete?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the beaver. He gave them buckets and buckets full of messy, slurry concrete. So the three wolves built themselves a house of concrete, even stronger than the bricks. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete the little wolves had built. They were playing shuttlecocks in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said, "Little frightened wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house did not fall down. There they are, playing in their garden. You see the pig watching them. He's not a very nice pig, is he? But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his drill and he smashed the house down. The three little wolves managed to escape by their chinny chin chins, but they were trembling and trembling and trembling. Oh, they're scared. This time the pigs used their drill to drill the house down. We shall build an even stronger house, they said, because they were very determined. Just then they saw a lorry coming along the road, carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armour plates and heavy metal padlocks. Please, will you give us some of your barbed wire, a few iron bars and armour plates and some heavy metal padlocks? They said to the rhinoceros who was driving the lorry. Sure, said the rhinoceros, and gave them plenty of barbed wire, iron bars, armour plates and heavy metal padlocks. He also gave them some reinforced steel chains because he was a generous and very kind-hearted rhinoceros. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest house one could possibly imagine. They felt very relaxed and very safe. Do you think they're going to be safe in this house? The next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house, bolted the door and locked all 67 padlocks. The pig pressed the video entrance phone and said, "Frightened little wolves with the trembling chins, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite, laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and... uh-oh, what's going to happen? The house blew up. Boom! The little wolves just managed to escape with their fluffy tails scorched. Oh no! What a horrible pig. Something must be wrong with our building materials, they said. We have to try something different. But what? At that moment, they saw a flamingo bird coming along, pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Please will you give us some flowers?" asked the little wolves. "With pleasure," said the flamingo, and gave them lots and lots of flowers. So the three wolves built themselves a house of flowers. Flowers? It's a strange thing to build a house from. One wall was of marigolds, one wall of daffodils, one wall of pink roses, and one of cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in their bathtub and buttercups in their fridge. It was a rather fragile house and it swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. Next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the little wolves had built. He rang the bluebell and said, "Little frightened wolves with trembling chins and scorched tails, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china pot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, said the pig. But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of the flowers. It was fantastic. And because the scent took his breath away, the pig took another breath, then another. Instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the wonderful scent. His heart became kind, and he realised how horrible he had been in the past. In other words, he became a big, good pig. He started to sing and dance. There he is, singing and dancing. At first, the three little wolves were a bit worried, thinking it might be a trick. But soon they realised that the pig had truly changed, so they came running out of the house. They introduced themselves and started playing games with him. First they played Pig Pog and then Piggy in the middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him into the house. There they are, all playing together. They offered him china tea and strawberries and wolfberries and asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig said yes, and they all lived happily ever after together. Wow, what a funny story. So who are the goodies and who are the baddies? It was different in this book, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed the three little wolves and the big bad pig. See you soon. Bye.